It was supposed to be an average cargo run. Of all the islands we supply, none of them had an active volcano, that's for sure. But when all our instruments went dead, the plume of smoke on the horizon was all we had to go on.
Dino Strike is one of many games I discovered from Classic Game Room. I saw it in a GameStop years ago for around $3 and didn't get it for reasons I don't remember. I regret it because I haven't seen it in any stores since, and it has gone up in price online. I found a copy complete inbox on eBay for around $30, but some people are charging over $50 for it. I wanted it because, well, to put it simply, I like dinosaurs and rail shooters. Developed by N-Fusion Interactive, Dino Strike is a rail shooter released for the Wii, and I think it's a budget title. I can't find a lot of information on it, but apparently it came with a gun peripheral, which I don't have. I played it using the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. Now let's take a look at Dino Strike and see if shooting dinosaurs is as fun as it sounds.
Oh, thank God. I'm on a search and rescue mission looking for Dr. Buckland and his team.
The story goes that a cargo ship gets caught in a storm and ends up wrecked on an island full of dinosaurs. The only person to survive the wreckage is the protagonist. Equipped with a radio and pistol, he makes contact with a woman who was on a search and rescue mission, and her plane was damaged by the storm. His only chance to get off the island is to leave with her, but he has to find her before her plane is repaired. The plot is simple, and there are cutscenes in between levels which include images accompanied by narration that explain what's going on. Dino Strike is a rail shooter / light gun styled game, which means the character or camera moves automatically and all you have to do is point at the screen and shoot. You press buttons to shoot, reload, and switch weapons. The game supports up to 4 players locally, and there are 2 game modes or ways to play through it: single-wheeled mode and dual-wheeled mode. Single-wheeled mode supports up to 4 players and each player can use 1 Wii remote. Dual-wheeled mode supports up to 2 players and each player can use 2 Wii remotes. The dual-wheeled mode is actually pretty cool, but trying to be super accurate with both remotes will require at least decent hand-eye coordination, which this game showed me I don't have. Unfortunately, there aren't many options to mess around with. You can turn subtitles on and off, and that's it. Now, I question why the developers made the health indicator so big and why it's located at the top center of the HUD. It can obscure your view of the pterodactyls at certain points. I do wish the reticle would change depending on the weapon you have equipped. You can reference the weapon icons at the top left of the HUD, but I think some kind of visual indication in the center of the HUD or a reticle change would have been welcome. Sometimes I would forget which button was associated to which weapon, and having to take my eyes off the action to look at the weapon icons is not always ideal. Furthermore, when dual-wielding, the second reticle is not altered enough to make it stand out. It has some extra lines, but it's the same color as the other reticle. Despite the fact my coordination sucks, it would have been better if they were different colors or shapes or anything to make them really stand out from each other. There are 3 difficulty modes to select from: Scout, Hunter, and Survivor. The lower the difficulty, the easier the gameplay, and the more continues you start with. Survivor is challenging mainly because enemies can take a lot of shots before going down, and it's easier to drain through all of your ammo. The game plays out in regions, or levels, and the objective is to get to the end of each level. You'll want to kill as many dinosaurs as you can along the way and try for a high score, and high scores are tracked for each difficulty. Each kill rewards you with points, and kill streaks multiply your earned points. If you miss a shot, the multiplier is reset. You start with a pistol with unlimited ammo, and as you progress you'll acquire other weapons like a shotgun, machine gun, and crossbow that fires explosive arrows. Every weapon except the pistol requires ammo, which can be found by shooting ammo crates. You'll lose health if you get attacked and can replenish health by shooting the health pickups found in the health crates. Raptor eggs are also scattered around the levels, and shooting 3 will grant you an extra continue. Dino Strike is a short game. You can beat it in under an hour. The gameplay can get challenging in the later levels, especially on the Hunter and Survivor difficulties, but since Raptor eggs are everywhere, I always had plenty of extra continues. Dino Strike is a somewhat simple game, however good aim and reaction times and some thinking is required if you want to achieve the highest possible scores. Keeping the multiplier going is probably the biggest challenge, and some weapons are better for certain situations. The shotgun is great against anything, the crossbow is great for taking down multiple enemies simultaneously, and the machine gun is great for mowing down multiple enemies quickly, but you have a higher chance of missing. You need to be mindful of reloading since you can easily get attacked during a reload. It's easy to consume more ammo in the later levels, and a good way to conserve ammo is to use the pistol to shoot crates and raptor eggs. There's not many enemy types in the game and only one boss. Raptors make up the most common foes and will lunge at you when they get close enough. A Dilophosaurus will spit venom, pterodactyls can fly into you, and Ankylosaurus can use its back as a shield and strike you with its tail. The T-Rex is a boss enemy and shows up a few times, but you only engage it in the final 2 levels and it's not very hard to defeat. Enemies will arrive in numbers and the further you progress the more you have to deal with. You can shoot an enemy to prevent it from attacking for a few seconds, which is helpful when you're up against multiple foes at once. Dino Strike includes 6 levels and you can replay through any already completed levels from the level select screen. You'll blow away dinosaurs on a beach, in a temple, and in volcano caves among some other locations. Health, ammo, and raptor eggs seem to be around almost every corner, and in the later levels you'll have to be quick to shoot pickups so you can easily miss them. Despite the game's short length, it does have some replay value besides just trying for better scores. If you meet certain requirements, you'll unlock journal pages. The journal can be accessed from the main menu and provides backstory and information.
You can't be far now.
I can't say Dino Strike looks great, but the audio-visual presentation does a decent job at capturing the whole dinosaur island feel. Some textures are blurry, jaggies are noticeable, and the dinosaur models look decent at best. Their animations are okay, they bleed when they take damage, and the smoke effects look cool. The audio is more impressive than the visuals. The weapons sound loud and powerful, the shotgun sounds beastly, and the reload animations sound great. The soundtrack is full of adventurous and dramatic-sounding tunes, and the songs do fit the whole dinosaur theme. You'll hear birds chirping and dinosaurs roaring and growling, and they screech and squeal as they die. On the technical side, the game ran pretty smooth overall. I noticed some hitches whenever the game had to load something, but nothing ever hindered the gameplay. Now, I didn't go into this expecting much, and even though it's better than I thought it would be, it definitely feels like a budget title, but it's not really a bad game. I like rail shooters like this because they make me feel like some kind of badass hero, even though the reality is I'm just a regular guy sitting on a couch pointing a controller at a screen. They're fun. The appeal of Dino Strike is the dinosaurs, and I love dinosaurs. I feel like this is the kind of game I would think is the best thing ever if I was a little kid. In the end, I got what I wanted. I got to shoot dinosaurs from the comfort of my own home. I wish it had more variety, but overall I enjoyed my time with it. It won't take you long to beat, it's not super challenging, and it should appeal to players of all skill levels. The dual wield mode is cool and the game does have some replay value. Ultimately, it's a simple but fun game, and a good choice if you're looking to kill an hour or so or just want to shoot shit. I would only recommend Dino Strike to those who really enjoy the genre. If you're merely interested in just trying it, I would say it's not worth buying unless you can get it for $10 or less, which may be hard to do now. If you're a collector or just hell-bent on trying it, now's the time to get it as far as I can tell. If you look on eBay, it's already up there in price. To be clear, it's an average rail shooter, and there are better games in the genre. Dino Strike is fun for what it is, and if you don't go into it expecting much, I think you'll have a good time with it. If you're looking for some decent dinosaur shooting action, definitely check out Dino Strike. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the rest of our channel, follow us at the links below, and you can also support us on Patreon.
If you're interested in more gaming content, check out our friends over at Gamecast.